morning students. Now in class 10 we will learn about the heating effect of an electric current. In the lower classes you might have learned about some of the effect of the electric current, such as the chemical effect and the magnetic effect. Actually effects of the current are of three types: heating effect, magnetic effect and chemical effect. When you were in class 8, you might have learned about the magnetic effect. In the magnetic effect, when the current was flowing in the wire and a magnetic compass was placed below that wire, the magnetic compass showed the deflection. Secondly, when the direction of the current was reversed, the magnetic compass again reversed its direction of deflection. So that was the magnetic effect of the current. When the current was flowing, the compass was showing the deflection. And in the class 9, you might have learned about the chemical effect, that is the electrolysis of water. In the electrolysis of water, decomposition of water has been taken place when the electric current was passed through a voltmeter apparatus. Okay. So that was the chemical effect of the current. Here in the class 10, we will learn about the heating effect of an electric current. This is some very interesting phenomena in class 10. So we will study. See here a wire which is connected with a battery, and this is a switch. So when we will close the switch, what will happen? The electrons. See here, when a potential difference, this thing we have learned earlier, when a potential difference is applied, electric field will set up. Electric field will set up, then what will happen? The electrons will start moving towards this end, that is towards the positive terminal of the battery. So during their motion, what will happen? They will collide with each other and also with the atoms or ions of the conductor while drifting towards the positive terminal of the battery. Okay. So what will happen? All the electrons, they will start moving towards the positive terminal of the battery. So they will encounter or they will collide with themselves. Means the collision between electron takes place, as well as the collision between the atoms and ions of the conductor takes place. So due to that, what will happen? The kinetic energy of the electrons. The kinetic energy of the electrons is transferred to the atoms or ions of the conductor, and they will start vibrating with a larger amplitude. So what will happen? The overall kinetic energy of the atoms increases, and as the energy increases, so the temperature is also increased. In this way, heating effect is observed in the wire. So this is the cause that how heat is produced in the wire. In a very simple explanation, as the potential difference is increased, electric field is set up, all the electrons are drifting towards the positive end of the conductor. So during their motion, they are colliding with the atoms and ions of the conductor, as well as among themselves also. So they are transferring their kinetic energy to the atoms, and as you know that in the crystal lattice, atoms have their own motion. Okay, what will happen? Due to the transfer of energy, their average energy increases, and as the energy increases, the temperature is also increased. So in this way, heating effect is observed in the wire. There was a scientist known as James Prescott Joule. He said that the amount of work done, it is converted into heat. He said that the amount of work done is converted into heat. We know from the definition of electric potential that it is defined as amount of work done to bring a unit positive charge from one end of the conductor to the another end. So here work done is defined as charge into potential. So charge, from the definition of electric current, we know that I is equal to Q upon T. So Q can be written as I into T. And from the concept of the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. So I into I, that is I square, R into T. So this much amount of work is done in transferring a unit positive charge from one end to the other end. And according to Joule's law, this work done was converted into heat. So whenever in the board exam there comes a question that what is Joule's heating effect of the current, then in what way you will write? Whenever this question comes, you will write that according to Joule's law, the amount of heat produced is directly proportional to I square. More is the current, more is the heat produced. Suppose if current is doubled, then heating effect will be 4 times. And if the current is reduced to half, then what will happen? The heating effect is also reduced to 1 by 4. Second, heating effect is directly proportional to the resistance. More is the resistance of the wire, more is the heating produced, and less is the resistance, less is the heating produced. Heating effect is directly proportional to the time for which the current flows. If the means the current is flowing for the larger period of time, then more heat is produced. So these are the 3 statements of the Joule's law. Okay. So in this way you will write the Joule heating effect of the current. Now moving towards the next part of this topic, that is the applications of the heating effect of the current. In class 10, mostly there are 3 applications of the heating effect of the current are there. Okay. So one is the regarding electrical appliances, and second is regarding electric bulb, and third is regarding fuse. In every year, one question is framed from these 3 topics. Only one question. See, if we talk about electrical appliances, concept of the heating effect of the current is used in the electrical appliances such as electric toaster, electric iron, water heater, which is a geyser. In this way their concept, because in that nichrome wire is used. Which wire is used? Nichrome wire. Nichrome wire has high resistivity, so this will produces the heating effect in the electrical appliances. Okay. Now here a very important question that is asked in the board exam is, the filament of the element of an electric heater becomes hot when electric current passes through it, whereas the connecting cable does not become hot. So as we know very well that the connecting cable is made up of copper, which has less resistance, whereas nichrome wire has high resistance. So high resistance means more heat is produced, whereas the connecting cable, it is made up of copper, which has low resistance, so less amount of heat is produced. Okay. So this one question is asked from this topic. Second is the electrical bulb. We all know very well that electrical bulb is made up of tungsten. Okay. We also know very well that it is filled with the argon or the nitrogen gas. Okay. And the tungsten has the melting point of 3380 degrees Celsius. This thing also we have to learn, that melting point of the tungsten is 3380 degrees Celsius. So here 2-3 questions are asked from the electric bulb. Why the filament of the electric bulb is made up of tungsten? Because it has very high melting point. It do not oxidize easily. Okay? It do not oxidize or burn easily at high temperature. Secondly, nitrogen. Why argon or nitrogen gas is filled in the bulb? Because nitrogen or argon is an inert gas. It do not react with the electric bulb. Okay. And thirdly, is the filament type electric bulbs are power efficient? So the answer is no. Because in the filament type electric bulb, what happens? Most of the energy is used up in heating effect, and very minute amount of energy is produced in the used up in producing light. So that is why the filament type of electric bulbs are not power efficient. That is why we are using LED, light emitting diode, because LEDs are power efficient. Okay. Now the third topic is the electric fuse. As we all know that electric fuse is a safety device. What it is? It is a safety device. It is always connected in series. Whenever a large current flows in the circuit, what will happen? It will break and it will prevent the house from getting the extra amount of the current. Thirdly, the fuse wire has low melting point. See here, it has high melting point, it has low melting point. Fuse wire has low melting point because whenever the current exceeds the rated value, what will happen? It will melt. And one more question which comes from the fuse is that what are the constituents of that fuse? So it is made up of a tin and lead alloy. You have to remember it is an alloy made up of tin and lead. So among these three topics, such type of questions are asked in the board exam. One or two points which you have to remember is, first question is that Joule heating is applicable in AC and DC both. Okay. So this concept is used in AC as well as DC. Now, Joule heating is irreversible. Irreversible means that when the current is flowing in the circuit, heating is produced. When the current is flowing in the circuit, heating effect is produced. So when we will reverse the direction of the current, will the cooling produced? So it is no. So here this is the Joule's heating is irreversible.